Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, let's start the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's start the party. Locked in to the hottest station on the planet.
What's going on, Blazers? We are back with another episode of Blaze Entertainment. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the melanin proficient, the sick, Miss Free. I'm sorry if our energy is really low.
I'm tired.
We're tired. We're sick. We're not feeling good.
I got what it feels like a demon sitting on my chest.
Yes. I think she is actually getting more of what I had last week.
Yeah.
I'm actually coming off of this 2-week evilness that is what I'm calling the demonic plague. Yes, so nothing sexy about this. So sorry about our voices.
And excuse my cough if you hear it, because it's going to come out.
Well, we'll try to edit it out.
Because Jesus, it's there.
It's like
on my chest.
Right there. On your titties.
On my chest.
All right. Well, you guys know how we are because we're sick. So
I'm chilling.
There's that.
Like a villain.
How was your week?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
But I just have not been feeling it lately.
Yeah.
I've been tired. I think it's because I'm
sick.
Fighting off a demon.
Yeah.
On my spirit and on my body that I'm just
girl.
been extra tired. When I go home, I just pass the fuck out.
For me, work has been crazy. Life has been a little crazy. I'm experiencing some transitions. Mm-hmm. But I see it as good transitions.
Okay, that's good.
Sometimes, life hands you lemons. What do you got to do? You got to make lemonade.
I saw a video today
What?
of a dog.
Okay.
And the owner was trying to give him a lime, but the dog was like making a face. It was a lab, so it was like a really nice dog.
Yeah, Labrador.
But it's rare you see a Labrador growl and bark like that. That lab was not having it with that fucking lime. When life gives you a lime, what you do? You
go buy a damn lemon.
Right.
Unless you have tequila. Lime is very good for tequila.
That's it.
Maybe
actually you could probably squeeze a little lime in lemonade.
Somebody told me the other day, they were like, what's the difference between a lemon and a lime? And I almost wanted to smack them.
Have you tasted the difference?
Major difference.
I mean, if anything, do they know, like, have they tasted a lime?
Clearly not. They're ignorant for saying anything like that. That was just stupid. Like, duh. Have you had limeade, bitch? Okay. Like, don't get me wrong. I like limeade. Limeade's pretty good, but like, I mean, there's a fucking difference. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Limes, people don't usually go out their way to buy limes. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless you put it in something or taking a shot. That's me, personally.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Phrase of the week, word of the week, Miss Free.
Soundbite hoe.
Oh, okay.
Now, a little behind the scene thing. I told Kwame, I was like, listen, I just don't have nothing this week. I just can't.
But you clearly picked up a good one.
Everything sounds dumb to me today. That's okay. Soundbite hoe. Okay. Anyone who only gets on TV to give a worthless opinion about a major topic just to be relevant.
Oh,
a
bitch.
Soundbite hoe. There are a lot of people like that lately.
Lots of people. We're going to get into that in the Petty World News. But yes, Soundbite hoe. I like that.
You a soundbite hoe.
You picked a good one. I
did?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Well, barely.
I think it goes in theme with the show today.
We barely made it.
Barely. Okay, so let me tell you guys something. Anytime that I try to give Miss Free a compliment, she always says barely. Like today, last night, I was like, "You're a real one, sis. You're a real sis. You're a real good friend." She was like, "Barely." I was just like, "You bitch."
Barely.
I was like, "You look good, sis. You looking good." Barely.
Yeah. Excuse me. Miss Free, you really got your life together. Barely.
Barely.
Just like I did, barely. Can't get it together. I still can't get it together, obviously.
It's just this week, though. But yes. Your sweatpants are cute. They look comfy.
I wear you. This is the same thing that happened last week. I wear these motherfuckers all the time.
Not the...
I do. I really do.
I really feel like you have different outfits every time.
That is not true.
Yes.
I'm the same old Raggedy Ann that comes up in here and records in sweats or pajamas.
Anyway, moving on.
It's true.
Highlight of the week. I want to give a highlight to the podcast Bay with Scott Doucette.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
How you doing?
What's up, Scott?
Congratulations.
Yes, on his second season of the Podcast Bay. His first season did extremely well. Got a lot of downloads, a lot of listens, and his second season has been sponsored. So congratulations. And he kicked out his second season. And I had forgotten.
I thought you was going to say something completely different. He kicked out.
Yeah,
I'm like, when he kicked out?
No, he kicked out his second season because I was actually on a show and I was interviewed on his show for his second season, and he kicked out the second season with my interview. And it's funny because I couldn't remember what I said on there because we did it beginning of this year.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it was just when Pyro Media had just launched.
Oh, okay.
Because we had Pyro Media is only, for those who don't know, Pyro Media is not even a year old.
That's true.
Yeah, January was when Pyro Media launched.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, but it's not even a year old. But
bitch, this year is moving.
It has been, and I'm actually glad because the quicker we get to 2018, the quicker we can get to midterm elections. Okay, so anyway, I digress.
The quicker we can see Black Panther.
Yes. But yes, Scott is so ghetto. I love it.
That's what I'm looking forward to 2018. Okay, it's Black Panther. That's all.
Same.
So far, that's the highlight.
I have a Black Panther shirt that I have not worn and I'm not touching until the premiere. I am watching it in that shirt. It is a Marvel authentic shirt that came from San Diego Comic-Con, and I want to wear that shirt, and I've been waiting. And I'm going to wear it. We are going to go.
Yes, we are.
The minute it comes out, the minute the tickets go out.
It's going to be a whole event.
Girl,
we're just going to do it.
The minute it comes out, child,
midnight premiere.
I don't give a fuck. One time they could put it in at 3:00 in the morning. I'm still going to go see. I will call out that day. I will make sure I have PTO. Okay. It is happening. Anyway, the Podcast Bay. Think it's a really good show, guys. Check it out, especially those who are interested in learning about podcasting and also about if you are interested in starting a podcast, if you're interested in learning about the podcasting world, the Podcast Bay is a really good resource for learning about those things, and also kind of the do's and the don'ts, and also tips and tricks and trades from successful podcasters out there. So I was very privileged and honored to be a part of the many people that he was able to that he interviewed for season 2. So Blazing Team and doing things. I don't have any shout outs.
I have one.
Okay.
And this shout out goes to Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
For having the courage to speak about her 8 or 9 miscarriages. So I just want to give a shout out to Gabrielle Union, for, just having the courage to tell her story.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it came out in her book.
What?
Her recent book, yeah.
She's an amazing
Her
woman.
new book, We're Going to Need More Wine. Amen.
Oh, I know
I didn't even know the title of it until I just read it.
I know that's right.
But yeah, so shout out goes to Miss Gabrielle Union. You beautiful queen.
She's an amazing woman.
You vampire. You don't age.
Right. No, it's just it's in her blood.
She just doesn't age.
That's what happens when you have melanin.
Woo!
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, honey.
Shall we move to Petty Wap?
Yeah.
Take a break?
Let's take a break and we'll be back with the Petty World News. This episode is brought to you by one of our new sponsors, We Buy Black. We Buy Black is an online marketplace for Black-owned businesses to showcase and sell their products to a global community. What drives We Buy Black is a community of creative entrepreneurs who use We Buy Black to sell their products. Thousands of shoppers who believe supporting these entrepreneurs to affect social change, and the committed staff of We Buy Black. Visit www.pyromedianetwork.com for our sponsored direct links. It's time to support Black businesses. Now let's get back to the show. And we're back with the Petty World News section.
Okay, ladies, now let's see information. Okay, ladies, now let's see information. I'm pet slave, tickle, you get eliminated.
Yes.
Miss Free? Yes.
I was trying not to cough, because I was like, yes.
Yes. Miss Free, what you got?
All right, the first one I have, and I think I've seen this story before somewhere, but I think it popped up again. Several Denny's employees have been fired for making Black customers pay before eating. And this is at a Denny's somewhere in Washington.
Washington State or D.C.?
Looks like Washington State.
What?
Hold on, I'm about to cough. Oh, girl.
You good?
According to Raw's story, employees were insisting that the Black customers pay for their food in advance, while white customers got to eat and pay after they finished. So, I guess one encounter was a few minutes after we sat down. 4 young African American men walk in to eat, and I'm assuming this is a what you call a bystander? No. This is not a Black person telling the story.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the word.
A witness?
Oh. There you go. A few minutes after walking down, we sat down. After a few minutes... Oh, girl, I cannot talk today. Cut that out.
You good.
Please, Jesus. A few minutes after we sat down, 4 young African American men walk in to eat. They have to wait about 10 minutes, even though the restaurant is empty, to be seated. 2 other single white men came in and were seated immediately. My wife and I ordered, and our server goes back to the kitchen. Finally, she goes over to the table of the young men and takes their orders. She brings our food out, and we start eating. The server comes out of the back about 5 minutes later and walks over to the young men's table with order slips. She then asks for them to pay before the cook will prepare their food. She says that she has had several people order food and leave without paying, so her manager said she had to have them pay first. Here's my thing, Miss Crazy White Lady. I'm assuming you're white because this don't make no other sense any other way around. If that's a policy for your Denny's, it should be a policy for everybody, not just the colored folk.
Right.
So fuck you, Miss Ma'am, and whoever else was involved. Suck my non-existent dick. And go to hell. What is wrong with people? Have you ever heard of that anywhere? I can see you giving bad service. I can see you taking your time trying to bring out their food and don't make it right. But bitch, how dare you look me dead in my eye sockets and tell my Black ass that I gotta pay first before I get my food.
Well, I know that some like especially like in buffets, you tend to like.
This is Denny's.
I understand.
This is a sit down restaurant,
and it's a chain.
Right.
It's a franchise.
It's different.
Well, I don't know if it's franchise, but it's a
Denny's
chain.
is a franchise, I think.
Is it really?
It's Denny's all over the fucking place.
But no, a franchise is when anyway.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know the difference. I don't know the difference.
It's a long story. But anyway, it's a chain of restaurants that are Denny's. So like the bottom line is that I just don't understand. Like, I know some places before you go in to a restaurant or to a buffet or whatever, you pay before you get seated.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you gonna do that,
that's
have
not,
everybody do that.
But that's not a normal Denny's situation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not that. I've never heard of that before.
Nobody's heard of it before.
Right, but you're gonna pick the niggas to do it.
Right.
So I mean, but I'm not surprised.
Fuck you and the horse you rode on.
I'm not surprised.
Anyway,
I'm not shocked with the racism.
I'm not either, but I was annoyed. I was thoroughly annoyed. And then have a random white person probably tell the story. It's just like, girl, whoa. So Lupita Nyong'o,
yes,
is reportedly to star in the next Charlie's Angel reboot.
What?
I know. I just had to throw that out there, because I love Miss Lupita.
Yeah.
We don't see her enough in Hollywood, so I just need to see her more often.
Oh yes. Good for her. Melanin proficient. Now she's melanin proficient.
It's the movie is set to release in summer of 2019.
Okay.
So that's another movie to look out for.
Is she one of the angels, or
I think she's one of the angels, but I don't think they've actually confirmed anything yet.
Wouldn't it be dope if all of the angels
were black
or people of color?
That would be dope.
I would die.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And actually, Charlie is a woman.
Shut the front door.
Hell yeah. Not a man. Charlie's a woman.
Yes.
I'd live for that. Anyways, let's see here. What's the last piece of shit? Mary Mary's Tina Campbell.
Oh my God.
Says she'd voted for Trump because his Christianity. What Christianity? What are you talking about, Miss Lady? Now, I don't personally listen to Mary Mary, and it was brand news to me because I was like, who's Tina Campbell? And I know y'all gonna be like, blasphemy. Listen, bitch, I just don't. So, besides the fact, you's a wrong asshole to give that excuse. Right. That's a bullshit ass excuse.
Right.
And then you're voting for him based off his Christianity. That says something about your Christianity,
right?
What you believe in, which makes me want to gag. So, fuck you.
You didn't vote for the Christianity.
I don't know who. Yeah, right.
You wanted to be a coon. Who the fuck you are. Is what you decided to do because you wanted to be a coon. That's what it is. And I saw her little snippet on what do you call it on The Real. It's like the wannabe The View, but
he said that, right? I mean, she said that on The Real, right?
She said on The Real.
That was recent.
I believe it was today.
Very recent.
Today or yesterday.
Okay.
But the bottom line is my issue when I saw the interview. There's something about this bitch, like the way she talks. Like she was like the way she expressed it. She was already in defense mode.
Right, because it don't make no damn sense.
And she knows it doesn't. And that's what pissed me off about her. But for you to sit there and that's fine. And I'm not saying that everybody has the right to vote for whoever they want to vote for. But the reasoning behind why you wanted to vote for this person is fucking bullshit.
Right.
And you know exactly that's the case.
I'd rather people look me dead in their eye sockets and tell me the real reason why you voted for that man.
Right.
I will respect you more for some bullshit ass reason talking about his Christianity. Girl, bye. What Christianity? He ain't no Christian. Come on.
I when I was at my old job before I got to the job that I'm at now, my old job, there was a lot of Republicans there. And then there was also one of my really good buddies over there. He's what he considers himself a fiscal conservative. He doesn't consider himself a Republican. He has conservative views when it comes to finances and things.
And that's absolutely okay.
And that's okay. Whatever. He said that he voted for Trump. And I had a problem with that. But we had a discussion about it. And his reasoning behind why he voted for Trump is mainly because he was a part of the Republican Party, and the Republican Party and the fiscal plans behind the Republican Party align more with what he feels, align more with his beliefs. The way he explained it made sense. Now, I don't agree with it. We have different ideological differences. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to hate him for his reasoning behind it. Her reasoning behind saying that she wanted to fall behind a Christian. First of all, every president that has graced the office of presidency, of the United States presidency, has to be a Christian.
Quote unquote.
Okay?
Christian.
Right.
Let's just make that clear, because most of these niggas that's been in office, debatable.
But the bottom line
they
is
claimed,
but they all label themselves Christian, so you can't sit there and tell me because you thought that Trump was Christian, the pussy grabbing, the disrespecting of women, the blatant racism, the homophobia, the Islamophobia, everything. All the phobics, you know what I'm saying? All these different types of things, and you're sitting here telling me that you think that this person is Christian. Right. Like, I'm supposed to sit here and believe that that's the reason why you voted for him?
No.
Okay. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. You might as well just said, I just believe in the things that he believes in.
Right.
Which I would have been like,
hey.
Oh, well, bitch, I don't like it still, but all right.
At least you were real about it. Like, all you have to say, and I know, to be quite honest with you, I feel like it's a roundabout way for her and people like her who are these Bible-thumping, quote-unquote Christians, for them to sit there and say, oh, well, I needed a reason to say that I don't like homosexuality and all the things that goes along with this the Christian rhetoric without saying it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Because now people like Kim Burrell, was it Kim Burrell? Kim Burrell,
so, yeah,
a whole bunch of other people are getting put on fire because of they're attacking and being homophobic from the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? And
because that shit at the end of the day, at the end of the black ass day, none of that shit is Christian.
Right. To be quite honest with you. Really, though.
Y'all get on my fucking nerve with y'all fake Christianity bullshit. I just want a quick sidebar real quick.
Sure.
This should have been in the shout-outs.
What?
Fenty Beauty.
Okay.
Will exceed KKW and Kylie's Cosmetics combined revenue before late 2018, according to Forbes. That's my girl. Shout out goes to Rihanna. All right, let's jump back into what you was gonna say. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I am living because I just... Is that from Forbes, you said?
Forbes, according to Forbes. Somebody tweeted this, so someone fact check, but I believe it.
Send me that picture because I'm going to troll all those Kardashians. I'm just going to just constantly barrage them.
She is glowing in this picture. You see this?
Because she's wearing Fenty Beauty, bitch. Made by people of color for people of color.
Amen.
Bitch, listen. Anyway.
I love her.
Ugh. Back to the Tina Campbell hoe. To segue on from that, bitch. We're now going to get into... Thanks for that. Maybe you should have saved that to the end because I would have lightened things up.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I just had to get it out. I saw it and I was like, oh, I forgot. I forgot to talk about my girl.
It's all good. Mind you... Okay, before I even get into it, New Now Next reports... the U.S. votes against UN ban on death penalty for homosexuality. Now, the UN...
Wait, what happened? Say that one more time.
The United Nations, the United States of America, voted against the United Nations ban on the death penalty for homosexuality. So a lot of different countries, the United Nations and a lot of the countries within the United Nations that are in the UN, there's some countries that if you are found to be a homosexual, that you are put to death. It's punishable by death.
So they voted against it.
We'll get there. So the UN proposed a bill, because just like the United States has a Congress, the UN is pretty much the Congress of the world. It's just the joint nations, and they make international laws so that way everybody can follow it and be kumbaya together. So, the United States, or New Now Next rather, reports a United Nations resolution banning the death penalty for homosexuality was opposed by a total of 13 countries in the UN Human Rights Council. While several of these countries were in Africa and the Middle East, the U.S. surprisingly voted against the measure as well. Now, mind you,
Girl,
the United
my
States
eyes almost fell out of my sockets.
The United States of America has marriage equality. The United States of America also has laws protecting homosexuals.
Right.
You can't kill a homosexual or punish them by death or
Because
put them
they're
to death
homosexual.
because they like it up the ass. You can't do that.
That was so vulgar. for
It's
me.
just not even necessary. Like, you can't do it. So my question is,
What the fuck?
why did the United States
Vote against it.
vote against
I don't
it?
understand. The United States is regressing.
Like, we have marriage equality.
I'm so sorry. Like, it just... Y'all need to get y'all shit together.
Like, we have gay people literally here.
We are supposed to be one of the most powerful countries and influential countries
The
on
most
this
powerful
earth.
country. We are the most powerful country.
And y'all can't get y'all shit together.
We have the strongest military force. the
That's
world.
just about it.
We have supposedly the best economy.
That's not true.
Also debatable. We
So
have marriage equality.
so does a lot of other countries.
So why would you vote
Against it.
against a bill that protects other homosexuals in different countries? Not even this country. So are you insinuating that that you want to have a law that allows the death penalty for homosexuals within your country?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Right. That's what it sounds like.
Is that
to
what
me.
you're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
Because it's going to be a very empty like country. Like, I don't know if you right nationalists or extreme right wingers and Trump supporters understand, but when you guys sit there and say that America needs to be put first and America doesn't like what's going on, I understand that there are issues going on all over this country, economically, systemically. There are so many issues that are happening, not just in the black community. I understand that there are these flyover states where they're having a lot of financial issues. I understand that there is a lot of pressure due to some issues that are going on with the healthcare. I understand all that, but when you sit there and say that America doesn't like what's going on, or America doesn't agree just because you voted in Trump, please understand that 85% to 90% of this nation is progressive thinking. So a lot of the conservative issues.
We're progressive thinking, but we're regressing as a society.
We're only regressing as a society is because we got too big for our britches. I promise you, had every single person voted last year, every single person, whether it be for whoever, it doesn't matter who they voted for, I guarantee you, if there was a bigger voting turnout, Trump would not be president.
Mm.
But we got too big for our britches. We got too comfortable, and we said, "Oh, there's no way that Trump is going to win."
Mm.
And the projections, yes, the projections were based off of last year's voting turnout. So the last election's voting turnout.
Mm.
So massive people came out to vote to reelect Obama. Massive people came out to vote for that for that particular election. Massive. You know what I'm saying? Even the year before that. So this was the lowest voting, I believe, voting estimates in history, or at least to my knowledge. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure this has been the lowest in either history or in a very, very, very long time. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing is like, you know, we're putting aside the whole Russia bullshit, putting aside all these other things and propaganda and all this stuff or whatever, and emails and bullshit. I really truly think that, you know, yes, we could have done a lot more to protect our nation. We could have done a lot more to protect this country from regressing as it's doing right now. And I think when people, you know, even centralists, what I call centralists, people who, you know, are just in the center, they don't have a far right or far left thinking mentality. They, you know, they just in the middle. They just vote for whatever. Even those that were even leaning towards Trump, I don't think that they thought that we would regress this quickly. Like, really? I truly don't. I honestly, I knew that shit was going to go down if Trump won. But I did not think it was going to go as fast. Like, it's only been 9 months.
Like, for me,
or 10 months actually.
For me, that's like no excuse for me, because if I could see past the bullshit, y'all can see past the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no fucking there's no reason for you to think that Trump was not about to get in that office and fuck shit up,
right?
Based off his campaign. There's no reason for you to think that he wasn't going to do what he's doing now.
Oh no! I know. I think everybody felt that he was going to shake shit up. I don't think people thought that he was going to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some people. Every nigga thought so. Well, except Tina Campbell. So, you know, and Stacey Dash. Well, she's not on our side anymore. We don't know her.
I don't know.
I don't know who she is.
We traded her a long time ago.
She's no longer part of our
community.
Keep bleaching your skin.
Who?
Anyway, so the bottom line is that I just feel that I'm at a point right now where I'm just so. It is the best reality show in the history of reality shows.
I'm tired of it, honestly.
But you know what it is?
It's not a reality show. It's the Twilight Zone. That's what it is. It's the Twilight Zone.
It is a reality show that you can't turn off. Because
yes, I can, girl. I do not be watching the news and shit. I cannot. Recap me later. I do not need to hear that man's voice.
Girl. Moving on. Because I can't. Like, pro-life Congressman Tim Murphy resigns. Now, pro-life, I
heard about this.
Yeah, pro-life Congressman Tim Murphy pushed a anti-abortion bill through the House of Representatives, and it's now sitting within the Senate. Mr. Tim Murphy has been pushing for anti-abortion and pro-life, or excuse me, for abortion, anti-abortion and pro-life ideology for the longest. Well, this week he resigns after allegedly asking his mistress to get an abortion.
It's so good.
So 2 things are wrong here. He has a mistress outside of his marriage, which the premise behind his pro-life bill is that that's not what God wants. It's out. It is against the Bible. It's against the Bible. It is against all things that God wants.
You did 2 things against the Bible. Number 1,
you fucking somebody else.
Adultery.
Fucking somebody else.
Number 2, allegedly.
You asked her to get an abortion.
Right. According to your belief.
Like, you are the face of the pro-life, anti-abortion band that you just pushed through. You are the spokesbitch. Okay? You are the guy that has fought through the House of Representatives to get this bill passed.
You know what? The Lord works in mysterious ways. Jesus. Listen. That's funny. Karma's a bitch.
It's always
so good.
The Republican Party. It pisses me off. The amount of that they push, the moral high ground that they try to take, and those are the same bitches that is telling people to get abortions, that are having either abortions themselves or that are fucking outside their marriage. The ones that, have you ever seen, there is a and I highly encourage you guys to really watch this documentary. It's called Outraged. And it's on Netflix? It's on Netflix. Okay. It is a great LGBTQ documentary, and it talks about they did a huge documentary on LGBT, or excuse me, in the closet politicians, and how these scandals had came out in the public, and then all of a sudden when they got to the Congress, or they got to DC, or they got to a higher position, or they won their election, everything got hushed. Nobody's talking about it anymore. But this documentary is still bringing out and saying, hey, look, you can play around and act like we forgot. We didn't. Okay, you're the same ones talking about you want to do anti LGBTQ rights, or you're against marriage equality, but you got picked up by the police in the bathroom after somebody was giving you a fellatio. Okay, Lord, listen, y'all need to get yourselves together, because was it not at the election, at the primaries, the RNC primaries, or the RNC convention, where Grindr and Jacked and all these other gay apps received a huge spike in activity? Did? Yes, it was a big deal afterwards. It was a huge spike in or around the RNC convention. Huge spike of activities. Obviously, they can't disclose who and what and who, but bitch.
The hypocrisy is what irritates me the most.
It's too much. Shall we talk about how y'all's president went on down to
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. And told them that it's basically their fault.
Well, I don't know what to kind of tell you, and I hate to tell you guys this, but you kind of blew our budget all out of whack.
I mean, kind of made our budget a little wacky. You guys are an island. And you guys take up so much of our budget. Just an island. It's not a commonwealth of the United States.
Then this hot Cheeto had the fucking nerve.
Oh yeah, go for it.
To toss those motherfucking paper towels.
And his fake ass Michael wannabe Jordan fucking trying to flip it and throw it the way he did with his wrist. Bitch, stop it. You are not a basketball player. You're trying too much. And I knew, why? What are you doing? And then try to joke around with the fucking cans of food that he was getting ready to throw. Cans of food? These people have been without... Oh my God. I don't understand. And I don't understand the...
So this is what's going to have to happen, because we're just going to have to, as a society, as a whole, this is what's going to have to fucking happen. We're just going to have to ignore him and work shit out on our own, because he is not doing nothing for this country as a leader. No. Absolutely nothing.
No, it's terrible. It's
terrible.
It's terrible. And
Beyonce.
Girl.
has done more for this country
Girl, listen.
than Trump will ever do in his whole presidency.
Say that. Say that.
And she's not even the fucking president.
Right. It's crazy. And then let's go into the whole. For those who don't know, I don't know how you don't know, but Las Vegas had a huge incident this past weekend. 58 people have died, to include the shooter, which is totaling to 59. Hundreds and hundreds of people injured, hundreds. And I think it's over 600 people that were injured or killed. I don't understand. I don't understand the I know that there's people out there with conspiracy theories.
I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I don't have time for it. I mean, I have my own personal thoughts on certain things. Certain things don't make sense. But it is what it is. My issue with this whole tragedy is the way it was publicized.
How do you mean?
Meaning, when we had the Orlando Pulse incident,
Mm-hmm.
they had his background. They had the shooter's fucking, email address. They had the last time he took a shit. They had it within 24 hours, girl. 24 hours. And they were just constantly talking about, he had a fucking, they could have pulled up the last time that he had that he smoked pot. You know what I'm saying? This person, he was such a nice man. He just snapped. And it's really hard for me to believe that that's not racially motivated. It's really hard for me to believe that, and I'm not giving Omar Martin any type of credit or leeway or space because he's a person of color. He's still a dick, and he's still an asshole, and he's still a evil human being for shooting my LGBTQ brothers and sisters in that club. You know what I'm saying? And killing all of those people. What I will not, and I'm not giving an excuse just because, this asshole, that was at Vegas, he is also equally an asshole and a dick and a fucking evil human being and a shit stain for what he did. But what's frustrating me is that the way certain things are handled, sometimes when it comes to how perpetrators are publicized in the media or brought out, and how they're viewed, it's very different. It's very different. You had Orlando Castillo. You had, Trayvon Martin. They tried to find every little thing wrong with them. Well, he was a troubled kid, or he should have been wearing a hoodie. He was, resembling a gang member, or he was always he was aggressive. They talk about this guy who shot up hundreds of people. Nice man. Really nice man. It just bothers me. It bothers me, and I have a problem with that. And I know that we shouldn't take away from, the victims there. I know that we shouldn't take. I don't care if it was a country concert. I don't care if it was a hip hop concert. But I will say this: had it been a hip hop concert, had it been an R&B concert, had there been many more people of color there, I think that this would have been taken a different route. I think that people would have been like, oh, well, that's expected because hip hop artists are just violent, or rap artists are violent, or whatever the situation is. It's just frustrating. That was my only issue with it. So there's that. Your thoughts?
Okay.
Mystery staring at me.
My thoughts on the whole situation was that it's tragic.
Absolutely.
That those people were out there having the time of their lives only for it to be ruined by some fuckhead.
Right.
Now, as to what you were saying, I totally agree with you. It's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
And we see this all over time. And this is what I'm saying about hypocrisy.
Right.
That annoys me the most out of the whole situation. Because you have my black brothers and sisters out here getting shot for no black ass reason. And for some reason, y'all can find when's the last time we took a shit or when's the last time we smoked some weed to justify why we got shot.
Right. Well, however, 12 years ago, that woman, she smoked pot, with her college students and college friends and whatever. And, 12 years later, that's why she got shot. It doesn't fucking make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So
then when I see something like this on TV, the only thing that y'all could come up with was that he was a good guy and he just snapped.
Right.
No, motherfucker, you don't snap.
No.
Shit like that is planned out.
He had, I think it was like 47 weapons. And correct me if I'm
shit like
wrong,
that, like I said, is planned out. Like recently it came out that he had booked a hotel that overlooked Lollapalooza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or he had tried to book the hotel in the same, he had tried to book a room in the same hotel that overlooked, what was it? Some other concert in Las Vegas.
It was the one that 2 weeks prior.
Right.
And that was actually the one that my coworker went to. So, and that was, a big thing because, they had a whole bunch of headliners. Chance the Rapper was there. A whole bunch of other people there. Right. It was, a big
So, for y'all to sit up here, and this is where the conspiracy shit annoys the fuck out of me. Because nobody would sit up here making conspiracies for us.
Right.
When we were out here getting shot.
Hmm.
But y'all can make up any which way. Oh, it couldn't have happened this way. He couldn't have done that. Excuses for this white man. I don't believe that shit.
And this is in no way taking away from any of the victims or any way taking away from. This has nothing to do with the victims because nobody. I don't care if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, whatever. You do not deserve to go. You should be able to go to anywhere in America and feel comfortable. That's my personal belief.
Amen.
You should be able to go to have fun wherever spaces you want to go, wherever safe spaces. That was a safe space that they created. Those country singers and those country fans went there to have a good time. It was a family event. They weren't thinking about anything else. They just wanted to sing together and
do whatever
the fuck country will do. You know what I'm saying? That's their thing. Just like at Pulse, LGBTQ people go to clubs to have their safe space. That's our church.
Did y'all have a conspiracy theory for old boy?
Right.
No.
Right. So
that's what I'm saying. The hypocrisy is what pisses me off the most. And I wish y'all motherfuckers will wake the fuck up. Because the shit is annoying.
Right.
It's annoying. And it's I can see it. Why can't everybody else see it?
Right. Girl.
This country has a lot of fucking work to do. A lot.
Yeah. Even after Trump gets out of office, we still have a lot of work to do.
Because
there's a lot of repair that needs to happen. There were some things that have come out that has divided this country, and this country was already divided to a point before that, but there was a sense of unity and progression moving forward. And I feel like that was halted the minute the Cheeto came into the space. It's just sad. It's sad. Last thing I have on here is Rex Tillerson. Rex Tillerson, y'all Secretary of State, calls Donald Trump a moron. That's it.
Amen.
I mean,
good for you. That's the only thing I will agree with you on, because I'm pretty sure I don't like you. And I don't even have to know what you do.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I despise you.
Yeah. There's that.
But I agree with that statement, sir.
Yes.
Are we done?
Yeah. You got anything else?
Nope.
We'll be back.
Hey Blazers, check out one of our sponsors, Atomic Cosmetics. They have an array of colors that go boom and are tested on showgirls and never on animals. With freshly made seasonal skincare products that nourish your face and body, you can't go wrong. There is also a lot of cosmetics for you to choose from, like blushes, contours, foundations, eyeshadows, and more. Find multitudes of colors and palettes. Visit colorsthatgoboom.com and use offer code BLAZEATOMIC.
And we're black.
Yes.
Or black blazers.
With the reviews.
Bitch, that just gave me an idea.
What?
I'll talk about it.
Okay. So we actually do not have a review.
No, because we still trying to figure out the fuck we gonna watch.
Yes, but I do have some review news. Because Game of Thrones ended. Walking Dead hasn't started yet.
Ever since.
We needed a moment because it's been emotional. But yeah, Scandal returns for its final season, October 5th, which is tonight. And then The Walking Dead returns. I lost. It doesn't say when The Walking Dead returns.
It's soon though. It's very soon.
It's in this month.
I feel it in my bones.
It's in this month.
Yeah.
You want to look it up while I'm looking?
Yeah, sure. I'll look it
up. The Gifted actually is a new Marvel TV series that started October 2nd. I actually liked The Gifted. I liked The Gifted more than I liked the Marvel's Inhumans. I thought Marvel's Inhumans was horrible.
October 22nd?
October 22nd is when The Walking Dead...
We're on season 8, right?
Yes.
October 22nd.
Okay. So, Marvel's Inhumans was horrible. I saw what they were trying to do.
It came on TV?
Marvel's Inhumans has been out. It came out last week.
Oh, really?
It's garbage. I promise you.
It's garbage. And that's bad because I like Ewan Ron.
The one that played Ramsey. And
yes.
Yeah, he's actually really good. I hate him in there because he's also an evil person.
He's just a magnificent actor.
Yeah, he's really good. He's so good to hate.
Yeah.
But it was just a terrible, like, everything's all over the place.
It feels bad.
It was just.
It looked bad. The previews.
It felt like they were trying to do what they did with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Uh-huh.
Like, they have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. level graphics, but the acting was just, it was subpar. The storyline, it was weird. The Gifted, though, I watched that. I highly recommend that show.
Was it good?
I thought it was really good.
Okay.
I'm interested to see where they're going to go.
I'm going to catch it on Netflix.
It's really good. The Gifted's not on Netflix. The Gifted is on...
when it's done, I'm going to catch it later.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's really good, though. Yeah. Queen Sugar comes back with season 2B, which is it came back. Yeah, October 3rd. Once Upon a Time returns for season 7. October. Yeah, I mean all the main characters are gone, so I really don't know. I don't give a fuck about it. I felt like that show's going on a downward spiral
for a long time. Yeah. I'm dead ass.
I mean. It's been corny for a while.
I've watched a few seasons of,
the first couple of seasons was the shit.
Right. I've watched it, but then I was just like, man,
the Frozen theme line, I was just like, what? What do you? They had the spinoff called Once Upon a Time Wonderland. That was the shit.
You know what? I think I would have liked Once Upon a Time better if it was a cartoon.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that's where they're going.
Yeah.
And I felt like they would have had more in the budget if they made it a cartoon.
Okay,
anyway,
let's move on.
It's not, I don't give a fuck about it. I almost called it Mount Robot. Mr. Robot returns October 11th. Mount Robot.
I'm watching Mr. Robot because that's my shit.
That show. The Walking Dead returns, like you said, October 22nd.
My shit. Stranger
Things returns for season 2, October 27th.
I cannot wait.
So you coming over for that?
Yeah, I'll come over. I love Stranger Things. That's my show.
Yeah, we need to have
it's so good. I hope 11's coming back.
Oh my god.
That's my girl.
He is everything.
But I like the other boy better, the one with the curly hair, and then he's,
he was the shit. He was the one that saved everybody.
So cute. Like, I just can't. Like, I even love the actor. I almost followed him on Instagram. I thought that was a little weird, so I did it.
That would have been low-key weird.
It's a little weird, yeah. It's a little weird. So I was like, girl, I may not follow this child.
Yeah, but I'm actually really excited about Scandal. I've been hearing good things about it. People saw the premiere preview or whatever last night. So yeah, I'm really excited about The Gifted. I don't know how I feel about The Walking Dead. I don't know how I'm feeling yet. I'm excited because it's The Walking Dead.
Right.
I just don't know where they're gonna go with it. Like, I feel like, yes, we got everybody together. are you gonna fuck it up? Are you gonna have a situation where I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm excited the first couple episodes, and then I fall in the middle. I think
that this whole season is just gonna be about them fighting Negan, honestly, and I think they're gonna pick up with season 9. And I heard something about the Whisperers. I think season 9 is gonna be about that storyline, the Whisperers, because there's a whisper, like in the comic books. There's a group after Negan that comes in trying to take shit too. They're called the Whisperers.
They just can't catch a break, huh?
No.
Well, that's all I got.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back with the listener letters.
Hey Blazers, we want to hear from you. Have a TV show or movie suggestion you want us to review? Need some advice or an opinion on an issue you're having? Want to tell us how you're feeling about the show? Then send in a listener letter by visiting entertheblaze.com and going to our contact tab. One of your letters could be read on air. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back with the listener letters portion of the show. Don't forget to turn in your listener letters by going to www.entertheblaze.com and visiting our listener letter section. Miss Free, take it away.
All right. The first question comes from Erica. She's from Seattle. Her question reads, "What up, Miss Free and Kwame? I hope my letter makes it on your show. Well done, girl. I am actually a new listener. I just started listening a few weeks ago, and I'm almost caught up. One of the things I noticed that got me hooked is the chemistry between you two.
Oh, thanks.
Which leads me to my question. I know that Kwame is gay and Miss Free is a cisgendered homosexual girl.
Sometimes.
Cisgendered heterosexual. Do you think it's possible for two people of the opposite sex to be in a platonic friendship? Most see gay men with women or lesbians with men, but some look at platonic friendships with a side eye. And the same question goes to Kwame for two gay men or two lesbians. Thank you for putting out such a great show."
I guess.
Let me go first.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible for two people of the opposite sex to be in a platonic friendship? Yes. I do think it's possible. I absolutely do think it's possible.
And it doesn't. And when we say that, we mean like cisgendered, homosexual, or heterosexual, opposite sex.
Yes.
Yes.
I do think it's possible.
Yes, I agree.
I have friends who are of the opposite sex.
Right.
So I think it's possible.
And you have no sexual attraction to them?
No, I don't. I don't. Now, right. I don't know the other way around, but I don't. So I think it can work, in my personal opinion. I just think you have to draw a line in the sand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, don't, yes. Short answer, yes. Long answer, there's no long answer. So the question for you, Kwame, was, do you think two gay men or two lesbians could be platonic friends or something?
Yes. Like, I don't think
it's a big deal.
I think this is, and no offense, and I'm glad you're listening to the show, but I think it's a kind of a silly question. Like, and the reason why is because, like, for me personally, like, I have a certain, like, I can think that you're attractive, like, physically, like I can look at someone and appreciate them for being pretty or handsome, you know what I'm saying, or both, you know what I'm saying. So, like, I can appreciate that, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to fuck you,
right?
You know what I'm saying, like,
right.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's like me appreciate, like, there's some people that will say, oh my god, that person's so hot, or damn, look at that, you know what I'm saying, like, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually going to do it, you know what I'm saying, and I think that it's okay for you to appreciate the male or female aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But I don't think that just because you appreciate that it necessarily turns into
something sexual.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Miss Free wears all types of amazing outfits and looks all types of amazingness. But I don't want to fuck her. Like, that's weird.
Here,
you know what I'm saying? Right? Flip.
Thanks.
I'm gonna flip my non-existent
lately, but that's okay.
Shut up. Anyway, so, like, but that's my thing. Like, I feel, and then also, especially with the whole like two gay men being best friends or being friends or whatever, and being a platonic situation. Like, I have a lot of gay friends and I don't have any type of sexual attraction to them. Like, it's not
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like
I think like Erica, not to offend you or anything, but this like I think grown ass people,
right?
Like, you know, like don't think about it that deeply,
right?
You know. And thank you for listening to the show and writing
for sure
and writing in. I appreciate it, girl. But
growth,
you know.
Yeah, I think that there's a maturity level when it comes to relationships.
I think people like complicate the matter too much.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
too.
Why can't we just be friends?
Right.
Why does everything have to be so sexual? Like, why does everything have to be so sexual all the fucking time?
Right. Well,
can we just chill? Like, damn.
Well,
I'm just saying.
If Michael B. Jordan walked into the room, could you just chill?
I could chill the fuck out. I absolutely could. I would want to have sex with him, absolutely. But I could chill the fuck out. Like, if he wasn't, like, attracted to me. And I think this is where the problem is. If he wasn't attracted to me, I'm not going to take a big offense to it. Yeah, it might hurt my feelings a little, but we can still be cool.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to...
Yeah. But you're mature that way. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
yeah.
right. So, you know what I'm saying?
I think
for guys, a lot of the question is, for guys who are immature, if a woman is not attracted to them, they're like, well, I'm in the friend zone. Like, as if that's a bad thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's, you know, like that is not a bad thing. You could be friends and not take offense that I'm not attracted to you. You know? Like,
and leave it at that.
Anyways.
So, yeah.
Moving on. Thanks for writing, Erica.
Y'all.
The next question.
We got time for one more.
Yes, it's a quick one.
Okay.
The next question is from Anonymous. And their question is, what are some upcoming movies you guys are looking forward to watching? Well, you already know mine. I'm, Black Panther 2018.
Yes. I'm also looking forward to Thor Ragnarok.
That's 2018 or this year?
This year. I think it's coming out in a couple of weeks or this weekend.
Oh.
No, couple of weeks.
Oh.
Which we'll go see because we have to go.
I don't see it, but Thor's not on my list.
Yeah, but
I'll see it.
I'm a big Thor fan, for obvious reasons. What?
That's cool.
You're so I'm also looking forward to. Oh, so I saw Flatliners last night.
Right, you said it was bad, and I wanted to see that.
I really wanted to. See
it
wasn't hard. It wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't Inhumans bad. Inhumans was bad. It was a good.
But it's something I can save my coin for.
Yeah, it was something that I could have waited until, like, I wouldn't have paid to go see it. I mean, I didn't pay to go see it, but
anything else that it comes on.
The what?
I'll watch it on when it comes on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not something worth, but it was good. Ellen Page was amazing. I love
like
it. That's
Ellen Page.
one of the main reasons why I went to go see it. I digress. While I was there, in the previews, they had a preview for Disney's A Wrinkle in Time, and
Is that coming out Christmas? I feel like it's a Christmas movie.
I feel like it's coming out next year.
What?
Can you look it up?
Hold on.
I feel like it's coming out next year, but
I want to see Kingsman. That's what I want to see. Have you seen Kingsman?
I have not seen Kingsman. And
it's good.
Yeah, Kingsman is the first Kingsman was dope as fuck. And I really enjoyed Kingsman. I was actually really pleasantly surprised of how much I enjoyed Kingsman.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, yes, this is good.
Yeah.
Now I can see the second one.
Yeah,
I know what I'm watching.
Right, exactly.
At first I thought Kingsman was a war movie. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
And then I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is dope. This is dope. This is dope. What else?
I don't know what else is coming out.
There's
Captain Marvel. I'm actually looking forward to Captain Marvel.
That's coming out this year?
No.
Next year.
I don't know.
2019.
Probably.
Okay. There's not like many movies that I will pay to go see.
Really, Yeah, I'm not really like
I saw it.
Was it good?
That was dope. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. I need to see that.
I want to see it again, so.
Okay, so we need to go. You want to go next week?
I was with my mother when I watched it, and she was in there rebuking the devil. And looking at me crazy because I was enjoying it a little bit too much. So,
So you want to go see it next week?
I'll see it next week.
Okay,
I want to see it again, to watch it, because my mom was watching me as I was watching it.
I actually like when we go to the movies,
I was laughing.
Okay, so quick. How much time we have? Okay, quick side note. Miss Free is great to watch movies with when you're at a movie theater, but if you're watching movies, like if you're like chilling, if you guys are like hanging out with Miss Free, she will talk through that movie, like, but she doesn't do it in theaters. I love going to the theaters with you. It is amazing. I enjoyed myself.
Theater, bitch. I don't want nobody else talking. Trying to watch a fucking movie in a theater.
But your facial expressions don't change. Like sometimes you'll clutch the pearls. Like she's great. Sometimes I watch you more than I watch the movie because it's hilarious. Like when we watched Get Out, you were just like, oh, like I heard what you were saying.
I was like, bitch, in my head. I wanted to say it out loud, but whatever.
It was the best. But anyway, yeah, I don't really have a lot of
movies these days haven't been that great.
Sorry.
Horror movies especially hasn't been that great. It was the only saving grace for the horror story, horror genre, honestly.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That's it. All right. Thank you, Anon.
All right, we'll be back. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a progressive moving platform to give a voice to those who feel don't have one. Social injustice, equality concerns, and more are just a few reasons why PMN is needed. For more information about Pyro Media Network, please visit pyromedianetwork.com. And we have a vent session from Kwame, per usual. Already said what I had to say, and I feel like you vented it in the Petty World. Yeah, which was really good, by the way. Fuck y'all. I actually, what I'm going to vent about, is kind of personal to me, but it's in theme with what's going on in the world. Okay. So here we go. I have an issue with double standards. My life story. I do. I have an issue with double standards. It's very hard for me personally. And let me preface this to say that I totally understand if you have one mindset one way, and then you learn, you have acknowledgement, or you get enlightened, or you research the issue more, and you're through that research and whatever, your opinions change, or your issues change because you've been enlightened, you're more knowledgeable about it to make an educated opinion or decision. That's a little different to me, because there has been a process, there has been a road to why you got to where you got. And you're not oppressing somebody else or stopping somebody else from doing said thing. I have an issue with people who, when they can't identify relationships properly.
How you mean?
So, for instance, let's use you, Miss Free. You go out there and you start dating somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And that person goes and says to you, "Oh, you ask them, so what is this? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we dating? Are we together? What are we doing?" And then they say to you, "No, we're not dating. We're not together. We're just having fun. We're cool." And you accept that. That's all good to go.
I ain't accept the shit no more, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
We could be friends and have fun.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But that's it, right? Mm-hmm. Friends, benefits, whatever.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. I'm in that. Okay. Yes.
So that's where we are. You've accepted this. You're cool.
Yes.
Now you go and hang out and chill, not even doing anything. Chilling with friends, whatever. Who that? Who's Kwame? You don't get to do that.
Right.
You don't get to do that. When you cease to be in a relationship with someone, you don't get to tell them what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Because
or
you
not even establish a relationship.
Or right, whatever. Whether it be a breakup, whether it be a dating situation, whatever. Once you have identified that you two are not together, you don't get to tell them what to do. You don't. Especially when you're doing the things that you're not that you don't want them doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me.
Mm.
I don't understand where you get off telling me what I can and cannot do. And I'm not saying me personally, but what I'm saying is like where you get to tell somebody what they can and cannot do, but you're doing the exact same thing.
Niggas
And crackers too. You know what I'm saying? We got these Republicans.
Fuck boys.
Assholes. And it bothers me because it frustrates me because it's like, well, you're claiming that I'm doing something. You're accusing me of doing something. But I'm actually not.
I got you. I got a situation.
And then, but you're doing the exact thing that you're claiming that I'm doing. That I'm not even doing.
Peep this.
Okay.
Love and hip hop.
Okay.
Right? Brooke Valentine and Marcus are supposed to be together, right? Just follow me. Brooke Valentine caught Marcus cheating with another girl.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
Right? So Brooke Valentine goes and messes with a dude, not really messes, her friend to make Marcus jealous. Now, Marcus want to act all hurt because she out here with another dude. But she ain't even really do nothing with other dudes.
Right.
But he want to flip the tables on her as if she did everything wrong.
Right.
And that shit pisses me off.
Thank
I'll be
you.
screaming at the motherfucking TV like, bitch, no, you were not about to turn these motherfucking tables on me. Like, you didn't have me out here in these streets looking dumb as fuck. No, this is what we not gonna do. First of all, Brooke, you was wrong in the first motherfucking place.
Well,
for getting on your damn knees, apologizing to that nigga. He didn't deserve no apology whatsoever. He had you out in these streets looking crazy as fuck, and he don't deserve nothing more than that.
Right. Exactly. And
Sorry, I had to get off my chest.
But that in and of itself, that's my problem with it. What you just said is issues like that is when and it all comes down to me personally when it comes to seeing that or experiencing that, it's hypocrisy. You know, and then I am in a position right now in my life where I'm so focused on my career, so focused on Pirate Media Network and Blaze and what we do, so focused on my advocacy, so focused on doing, you know, what I can to better myself and my community, that I don't really have time for niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like, to be quite honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And like, do I look? Of fucking course I do, because they're there and they're pretty, and so I should look. You know what I'm saying? But like, it goes back to that whole platonic thing that we were talking about in the listener letters, and just saying you can look, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to or that you are touching. You know what I mean? Right. And so that it just bothers me that. And then on top of it, for instance, going back to the whole thing with Tim Curry or whatever it's not Tim Curry, the politician that we were talking about in Petty World News, where he pushed this whole anti abortion bill and banned an abortion ban, and really kind of focused on trying to make it this big deal and become the poster boy for it. And then he's like,
that irritates me. Like, as a woman dating in a world full of fuckboys, it's very irritating. Like, as you said, to your point, it's very irritating when I want to know if we've been talking or whatever for a couple of months, and I ask you, what are we doing?
Right.
And then you tell me, oh, we just chilling or we just getting to know one another.
Right.
I'm going to go get to know someone else, because obviously this ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So why would I waste my time within this?
Right. Exactly.
So don't get mad if you see me out here chatting up old dude. We just getting to know each other.
Right.
Niggas.
Exactly.
Niggas and flies.
And my whole thing is this: it's like, you know, don't. It's funny because like all of my, like, I don't know if your exes always come back. Do your exes come back?
Once or twice.
No, not like that you get back with your exes, meaning like they come around.
No, but I have dudes that I've dated that wanted to say, "Hey, girl," like,
and after either.
I have dudes that ghosted me and then will come back around a couple of months and be like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Almost every single one of my exes,
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing with you.
Come back and try to say, "Hey, let's rekindle something." What?
No.
There's a reason why you're an ex, and an ass, but there's a reason why you're an ex. And my whole thing is like, if especially ones that have broken up with me, like, I don't understand what made you decide to come back. Oh, because you saw that you were back out in these streets and you were seeing what was going on, and now you want to come back. But my whole thing, with that being said, it's like you threw the person away. Or you're telling them you kept keeping them at this distance and not keeping them at bay, but then you're going to get mad when they're moving on with their life or they're doing something that's bettering their lives that doesn't involve you.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. And that's what bothers me is that there needs to come a time where you need to mature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to grow up, because if you're doing that to somebody, if you're so focused on what they're doing in their life and what they're, especially when you've already established that you're no longer together and that you have no intention of being with that person anymore and you don't want to, you don't have a right to tell them what they can and cannot do in their daily life or in their life, period. Mm-hmm. You don't have that presence anymore. You don't have that position, if you've ever did. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that bothers me when you have that hypocrisy, that double standard, that moronic, like, to me it's very moronic, that ideology or that what's the word? Not the ideology, but the I guess the
motivation.
The intentions. Thank you. When you have those intentions where it's like, you know, you intended to not be with them, you don't want to be with them anymore. You've made it clear that that's the case, but then you're trying to tell them what to do in their life, or you know, you get mad when they hang out with other people or they do other things that doesn't involve you. Like, that's what you asked for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, be careful what you wish for then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if you've already at that point, don't go back and forth with the person, because then you're telling them mixed signals, i.e. the United Nations. You're gonna try to oppose a ban for the death penalty of homosexuals, but we have marriage equality. Like, it's just double standards. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's asinine. Okay. And it gets to a point where it makes people look immature. Mm-hmm. Like, grow up. Mm-hmm. If you've already made a decision in your heart, don't be mad when the other person makes a decision and moves on with their life.
Right.
Do you, boo?
Matter of fact, I'm glad for you, because I've had instances where, like, I would want to date a guy and haven't. Mm-hmm. But they've moved on. Mm-hmm. That doesn't give me a right to be jealous that they moved on. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, girl, you dropped the ball. Like, right. Whatever. Right. Like, I'm happy for you. Do you? You know? Yeah.
And also, even for those that have not necessarily moved on with someone else, but it's just living life. Like, right. They don't need to explain to you what they're doing on their daily basis at that point in time. Because for me personally, if you break up with somebody, you've lost the right to know what I do, when I do, and when I do it. You know what I'm saying? You've lost the right to know when I get off work. You lost the right to know who I'm hanging out with after work. You lost the right to know my calendar. You lost a lot of rights. You don't have those rights anymore, and if they were ever rights, they were privileges. You know what I'm saying? So you've lost those privileges to even know those things. You know, you've already established a line that this person is no longer that holding that position in your life. So therefore, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just doesn't.
I get it. I mean, we all have our pitfalls and stuff. So
pitfalls come and go. Like, that's not the problem.
Right.
Pitfalls come and go because I feel like everybody's human, but at the same time, like, there's only but so much that I personally can deal with when it comes to double standards, because I don't like hypocrisy, and I try my best not to be hypocritical. I really, really do. And if I do make mistakes, and I have made mistakes in my life, I try to grow from it. But the thing is that I'm not going to sit there and like I only have enough energy for the people that are important, that are VIP in my life. Once you put that VIP card down, you no longer get like what I care about. You're no longer the forefront of what I care about anymore. You know what I mean? And so like it's just what it is. It's just what it is what it is. And so like I just feel like that's, you don't get to ask, you know, anybody what they're doing, how they're doing, and when they're doing it. It just doesn't work like that.
Well,
so.
All right, well, that was our show. You know.
Yes.
It's been fun. It's been real.
Yes. And we're going to get
coughing and noises.
Excuse our sickness. Excuse how we've been acting today, because our energy is super low. Well, we do appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out our sister podcast, After the Blaze podcast, with Hope, Giselle, and 50 Shades of Gay. Also, go ahead to check out our other family podcasters on Pyro Media Network, which is our home and mother network. You can go to www.pyromedianetwork.com. And also, for all things Blaze Entertainment, definitely check out www.entertheblaze.com as well. We will see you guys next week.
Next time.
It's
Goodbye.
been fun. It's been real.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye.